Good afternoon, everybody. We're gonna paint further on my sea turtle. So I hope you will join me. I've put out some of my paints, like some dark blues and whites. And today I succeeded to put the live from Friday on my YouTube through the Video K downloader, because I didn't succeed it anymore through Explorer. So I found another way at last. Gonna put out my cigarette, otherwise everything will be misty. Just a look if you can. Good afternoon, Chrissy. I found an other program to download my live from Facebook. That's through Video K downloader, and the sea turtle number 3. I finally put it on YouTube, because it's normally a YouTube I'm sorry, a YouTube thing. You're still playing with your airbrush. Yes, this week I'm gonna try it also, but now I want to put more sunlight beams in my water. And I used a poster paint, because the poster paint is much thinner than out of the tube. Because I don't want to try my airbrush in this part. I want to try that in a different painting, but not in this one, because I have to try to use it. And on Thursday there will be paint sending to me, airbrush paint, because I have only a few acrylic inks, but they are too bright for this painting, and that are a yellow, red, blue, a light green, a very pinky one, and a very light blue one. So I will use that on the test canvas, and I don't want to use that on this canvas. Otherwise, I think maybe I don't get what I want. So now I used a poster paint. That's a very light paint, what I use also with the retarder for my background. Oh, you see it. Oh, I was so happy that I succeed with the 4K downloader. The whole morning I was trying. I was so mad that I couldn't. Normally I download it from Internet Explorer. I downloaded it to my page, and then I put it on YouTube. But Explorer didn't do that anymore, and by every site I have to put my my mail address and my password in it, and this 4K downloader I had for downloading YouTube films. So I thought, when I can download that from YouTube, why can I download it from my Facebook through YouTube? Oh, you have more cloud stencils. Oh, yes, I made a lot of stencils myself, and I used the plastic from laminated foil, and that is and then I get some pictures from internet, and I put it beneath my laminate foil. Then I draw it on it, and with a carving knife I cut it out. And that's a nice way to make your stencils, and you can also fuck off, and you can also clean them with some water and soap. in the background I want to try to make some jellyfish. First I did my stencils also with a thick paper or carton, but now when I'm making stencils I do it with laminating foil, and I put it in the machine to put it together. So when you use it, you can always clean it. It's much easier, and I make a map where I put in all my stencils. I can try to catch it over here. I have to put out some things, and I had a big map, en alsjeblieft, I can show you some stencils I made. This one I made, carved my own on this laminate plastic, and I put them in the sheets. Like this, so I can put them away. And so did I make a lot of stencils of my own, and I can show you some stenciling that I made, and I only get to carve them out. So this is also a picture from internet. I don't know if you can see it. And I put a permanent marker. I took the drawing over, and so I can curve it out and use it as a stencil. And this one I've cut out. I don't know if you can see that. Yes, I think a little bit. It's a grain. This one I haven't used yet. And so you get your bamboo or everything you want. And when it's dirty, you put it under the tap with a little bit of soap, and it's easier to clean than when you are using a carton board or something like that. So I have a whole map of all my stencils, also my stencils I bought by Wish, and it was my moon stencil for the painting of Ian. So these are all my stencils. Facebook shuts down. I don't know why. I have to restart him. I think I talk too much. Yes, with a little bit of warm water and soap, you can clean them, dry them, and you can use them again. Because thick paper of carton board, they will be grainy when you use them a lot. And on the side of yes, it was on the side of Ianapolis Art Network, I put a video on it, how I make my stenciling, because there were a lot of people who want to know how I make my own stencils. So Ian asked me if I can put it on the site, so I did. There's somewhere in the videos you can see how I did it. My beams are better now. I find them better. My darling, bring me a wine. So, cheers. Yes, it's easier to make them of that laminate foil, so you can always reuse them. So my beams are better now. I find them better. A little bit over his shell. Because the light is falling on his back. Not with every sun ray. Yes, my love is bringing me my wine. And today it's yeah, a different day than normal, because normally every Sunday we're gonna visit his father. And today it's yeah, a whole different day. You have no purpose to go anywhere. And we had to get used to that. I hope oh, clean your eyebrows. Yes, you have to clean him. Yesterday I got him, and on Thursday my paint will come, and then I take an older canvas, or I use a piece of paper to try it out. I have him standing over here, so he is ready to use. Yes, I love my sunbeams. These have to be a little bit of round, because there will be a little bit of the sunbeam on the ground later as well. I will try that. But that is for a later stage. Yes. Good afternoon, Marjorie, and goedemiddag, Ellen. Now I want to try to make a jellyfish. A little bit in the background. But my tablet stole my jellyfish that I want to try. Oh, here it comes. Because I put out my tablet, and when you start it up again, you get all the feeds of the last times. Yes. I want to draw him first with my Stabilo oil, because my Stabilo oil is water suitable. This greenery will shine a little bit. on him. Here are some points. Can you see? I hope you can see what I'm drawing. Over here. A little bit like this. There be some on this side. That will be lighter. So first is my little I want him a little bit in the background. I don't know if it's visible what I'm doing, because he is very light. You are clean. You or your spray gun. Yes, tonight I have at 8:30 I have my new class from my teacher. She is doing faces. So I'm excited what we are going to do tonight. She do that on a paid channel by Facebook. And I'm in her class now for, I think, 3 years. Oh, you are making food? No. For me, it's now 18 minutes past 1. So I have a little bit of time now. Can you see the jellyfish? I hope you can see the jellyfish. Good afternoon, Janet. No, what jellyfish? Yes, I can put my, I have to put my wine away. Maybe I can, the camera can be closer. Maybe I can put my whole my tripod. It's over here. This will be my jellyfish. I hope. I never made a jellyfish. And maybe I think, oh, what a ugly animal. And I get rid of him. I have some pictures of jellyfish, but there are a very lot of jellyfish. I throw my paint on the ground. Oh, your life symbols covering it. All right. Yes, that can happen. Yes, you have to try everything, Chrissy. And if you never painted, yes, the only thing you can do is try to do it. I found this too white. So, and that's easy with my Stabilo. I can rid of this old line I draw. So now I find it a little bit better. And now I'm gonna try to make a brighter blue. And some thinner paint, because I have a brush with only 3 hairs. And then my paint has to be very thin, otherwise I get a thick block on my brush. So maybe you can see it's a very... Oh, you share me in the group. Ah, thank you. With this live, Chrissy. I hope it is a little bit visible. Yes, I saw that he was on a birthday painting. I said hello to him, but I didn't saw everything because I was so tired after yesterday. So I didn't see everything. Oh, you have shared it in 3 groups. It's very nice for him. He's a great painter. And I love it when he is talking. No, I didn't see the whole video of the birthday party. Because 3 days I didn't sleep, and I said to Will, I'm so tired. Yes, your mind is those days is going to be a little bit crazy. And the excitements of yesterday, to see him for the last time. Oh, you shared my in 3 groups. Okay. Thank you. I hope you can see the thin lines. Maybe I can put him closer. I think now he's closer, because these lines are super thin. And my paint is also very thin. Otherwise you can get this very thin lines. Yes, I think you can see it better now, because I have to watch it on my PC. Yes. Now it's more visible. Yes, you can see it better now. Now I can, my PC is behind of what I'm painting, but now I can see it on the PC. That is because you have to look for yourself what you are doing. Now I have to use a little bit of another picture. Because this one has only those very, very thin threads. And I want to have some little thicker ones. I have to put a little bit of more white in it, so it's lighter. Because not every lightning thread is the same, and sometimes they only come, the big ones only come from the middle of the jellyfish. So they are going crinkling in each other. Like that. Maybe, I don't know. I know turtles are eating from the coral reef, but I don't know if they eat jellyfish. I don't think so, because of the most of the jellyfish are poisoning. So I don't think they eat them. For me, it's more for to get more depth in the painting. So there is something in the background. But I don't think they eat them. More of the light beneath it. Because of the light stream of the sun. Yes, indeed. That's true. And they will try misschien everything to eat, I don't know. It's difficult to say. And I hope the people are noticing that they can throw everything away. But always, also the ships, everything they had, they throw overboard. And I hate that when people do that. And so everyone have to consider that's not good for the environment of the sea life. Now I have to get this one. I want some darker blue. But I can put some of my floating white in it. So you have a little bit transparent because the jellyfish has its transparency. So now I want to make some kelp in the water, sea plants. I hope, but I'm gonna try. I had a picture of it, but I can't find it anymore. Oh, you ask Google. Okay. Yes, Google knows. Not everything, but the most of the thing Google knows. I want this one, so I also need some yellow in my blue, so it will be a little bit of greenish, and I need something else for my rocks. Clean out my brush, otherwise they are falling apart. Come on, come on, come on, come on. I need a part. I need the scissors. So I can put you back in a normal stand. Yes, and now I can see my my jellyfish in the background. And now I'm gonna cut out a piece of my sponge. I have a whole box of nature sponge, and I like to use that, oops, for rocks. So you can see I have a whole box of makeup sponge, nature sponge, and also everything is going on the ground. And also I have not the pouncers that Ian used, but I have some pouncers when I can put this on, and I can use that as a pouncer for your moon or your sun, because I don't have a very steady hand to put it in by hand. So this one is gone. Now I need different kinds of my brown. Come on. Okay, he is empty. Gone. Go away. I've taken burnt sienna. I had the dark brown, a burnt sienna, a little bit of my black and a bit of my natural grey. Yes, I love sponges too. You get a lot of texture in it, and that is also what I like. And I have here a little bit of crimson red. That's a very dark red, but also a little bit of brown in it. Now, and I have my bird umber. My white is already there. So now I have, now I want to paint. First I want to paint some rocks. In it. Hello Ian, how are you? And these beams of the sun I put over in the later stage. I know where they are going, but first I wanna block in some rocks. The block, I like that. Tomorrow on Monday we have house rules. First we have house rules, and that's recording on 2017. Then we have the block. Then we have MasterChef. That are also programs that I love. Every weekday I watch that. From what year is the block, Ian, that you are watching? Is that from 2019? Hello, Kate. Good afternoon. No, I'm not watching TV a lot. Only in from Monday till Thursday. of Monday, Tuesday, yeah, until Thursday or Friday. I only watched the cooking programs from Australia, and then the blog and house rules. Now they were busy. This was from 2017, and they were building up a whole new house from off the bottom. Good afternoon, Jeff. I think I can put out my tablet. Because every time he shuts down. Oh, you are kidding. No, I don't watch a lot of telly. The house rules and the book and the blog begins on 30 minutes past 4, and everything follows up each other. So I watch TV until 7:30 at the evening, and only in the morning at 7 o'clock I only look at the news, and further I don't watch telly. I don't watch movies or something like that. And at night when we are going to bed, I am putting him on TLC. And yesterday there was a new program, Ambulance Down Under. So I watched that yesterday for the first time, and it was very hectic, and there was a lot of things going on. So that are programs that I'm watching. Nice. I'm coming to you for your pita bread. No, today I have a meatball with potatoes and white loaf out of the out of the oven. a little bit of the crimson red in it. No, I only look at programs that I'm interested in. I love to cook, so I watch the cooking programs. Behind these rocks there is more darkness. No, I didn't, Chrissy. This is my... I have to look. I have painted a heron. I've painted my whale, the lion with the lamb, and a turtle, and no, nothing else. So I didn't paint a lot of animals. But I want to try everything. Yes, I think it will be beautiful. And this is a bigger rock. So now I can lock this in. and I want to try to make some animals and some other things on the rocks. A little bit of seashells. And some coral. I also want to make some coral on it. I hope. Yes, I understand. I was also excited to do this this turtle. I saw that picture of the turtle, and so that is why I put on the photo vote. And that were 4 paintings that I am excited about. And I never did it. So I want to try it. And if it doesn't succeed, you can also paint over it. Because there is always paint. And you can transform it in something else. And I'm a person that's, yeah, maybe a little bit, I want things to be perfect, but not everything can be perfect. But I think that is something that's inside me. This one. Is in front of here. Are you doing that through YouTube, Chrissy? Or do you do that on your own Facebook? Was hij in slaap gevallen, schat? So in a minute we're gonna use the fun part, and that is the sponge. This is only the base coat. So there's the part of the background. Now we are going to love. Okay, on YouTube. I get an announcement when you are doing that. A little bit of the brown. So. Now I got my different browns and blacks. And grays. Sometimes you have to so now you get also the little pockets. I can zoom in. Oh. So you can see it much better. Kijk, and where the rocks are laying behind those rocks, so you can do a little bit of darkness behind them. But now you can see the little pockets that you have into the rocks. and this kind of pockets you don't get with your brush. My rocks are also on the side of my canvas. A little bit of the grey. Yes, that's really looking good. Because in those little pockets you can get some corals or little plants or anemones. In the front I want some more grey, and I don't clean my my sponge. Because then you get more texture in it. And I won't clean it now because I can use it at the other side. The only thing I'm gonna do now, the rocks are not as visible anymore because you have to sponge it. So now I take a little bit of my black painting and I put more of the rocks in it, so you can see that they are behind each other. And it don't have to be very dark. It's only that you can see it's not a whole rock. And the downside of the rock is always darker, because there's not a lot of light beneath it. And over here, this rock is going over here. And so you have you can make also some ridges with the darker paint in your rocks, because the rocks are not a whole thing, so there are always some cracks in your rocks. And in your head you have always find out, yes, there are rocks. But how are the rocks looking? Uh-oh, that's not good. I have to look at a little thing of the back. And over here there are also darker parts. But you all will see the structure of the sponge you made. That will be visible, and that stays visible. Yes, I have it for months now, and I've been to the doctor and they gave me codeine, but in 13 days, a week after my operation, I have to go to the lung specialist, but they take pictures of my lungs and they didn't see anything, and they take tests for allergic reactions, and they didn't find anything too. So they don't know what it is, but my lungs are clean and there is no allergy. So, but the doctor says there's also a kind of virus and we can't do anything about it. Alsjeblieft. And we can't do anything about it. And that virus must disappear on its own. But that can take 6 or 7 months. So I have some time to go. And I hope I get rid of it the most before I go into my operation on the 17th. Yes, they're gonna look and they could do some tests also for COPD because my mother had COPD, and then I'm sure it's nothing serious. Kijk eens schat, naar mijn rotsen.
Mooi, die dingen ook daar.
Die
Ja.
jellyfish.
Ja.
Yes, I only put these rocks in. En
Zat eronder, hè?
ja, nou, ik doe het alleen deze rotsen nog.
Ja.
En dan ga ik aan het eten beginnen.
Ja, ja. Rustig aan.
Oh, rustig aan. Take it easy, he says. Hè?
Nee, dat is niet daar.
Oh, ze leggen op de trap. My husband says, look out, Sita. She is lying, when I'm painting, she is always lying on the stairs of the trap. A crazy girl. So, now I can zoom it out. You can see it in a hole. You can see the cracks in the rocks. And now I want to paint some kelp leaves, and there will become some little coral and maybe some anemones. I don't know if I can paint that. I never did it, so that will be a test. Hallo schattenbout. My dog is gonna watch me. She think, are you still here? In the background I want some kelp leaves, but in the background they are much darker. Yes, hubby is downstairs now. Yes, he was bringing me a new glass of wine, my love. A little bit of more of the yellow. for this I use a flat. I will show you. I use a flat pointed brush, and the first thing I use is the point, and then I'm turning my brush to the flat side and turn it back. So I put my point. Hello Beverly. Hello Marilyn. Good afternoon. So I put the point of my brush, I put on it and turn my brush a little bit and then back to the point and turn it and ends at the point. So you can, I have to zoom in. I have my paintbrush in my mouth, so I can show you again. And the color I use is a dark Prussian blue phthalo with a bright yellow, and I don't mix it all through. So where is it? Oh, can you see it? Yes, you can see it next to the blue and the white. There's the blue and the yellow, but I don't mix it all through, so you get also yellow and the phthalo blue on your brush. So I'll begin with the point. Turn my brush with the point, turn it and go up. And now you can, now you have your, your kelp or your plants in the water. So now I have to do another one here. My yellow, turn up, turn up and turn. Yes, they are streaky. But I like to do them this way, and it is more easy because you have more control. Now I'm with his leg, so I came out of here, turn up and turn. So I can get you closer. Oh. And you see there are also yellows and blue into the plants, and it's a nice way to do that. Yes, it's a good way to use your angle brush to do that. And now I want some lighter greens, so there is more yellow on it now. I see. Yes, I'm only making this blend, and then I'm going to make my dinner too. And I have to make Will his bread for tomorrow, because tomorrow he is going to work again, only for 2 days. On Sunday of Wednesday he is at home for the funeral. So thank you, love, and I'm curious for your YouTube, and you know I always watch it, and when I finish this this part of the turtle, I know the way I have to put it on YouTube again, so I put it on YouTube. I need a little bit of the darkness. Yes. Oop. Sorry. Clean out my brush, otherwise I can throw it away. So now I want to show you it closer. I have to shut down my tablet. I haven't used it because I painted it out of my mind. And I'm gonna show you it closer up. I have to turn my camera. Oop, one moment. So now you can see what I did with the sponge and with the angle brush from the plants. And I put more sunbeams into the water. And my jellyfish at the background. And I love his eye, because they don't have very bright eyes, but I love it that there is some lightness from above in a kind of pupil. And now I want to make also the rocks on the right side, and I want to make something in the ground. But for so far I like it. Hello Becky, I'm sorry. I made this rocks today with the kelp plants and the little jellyfish. No, I don't use my spray. I used I blocked it in with dark brown, and I used my nature sponge, and I dabbed it into different kinds of brown, black, grey, a little bit of crimson red, and I put that on the rocks, and because the rocks are behind each other, I have only darkened the outsides of the rocks, so you have you can see that they are behind each other. And with the darker paint, the darker brown, I make some cracks into the rocks. And now I have painted the leaves, and I will also paint some corals and maybe some sea anemones in it, and maybe a little seashells or mussels in it, but I will see what I do. But for now I'm very happy with it, so I can end this video. Thank you, Becky. I'm gonna end this video, and I'm gonna put it on my YouTube, so that you don't have to scroll all around my Facebook page. And then this one is Sea Turtle number 4, so you can watch them from 1, 2 and up, so as I loaded them. And I will make a picture and put a picture on my Facebook. And I hope everybody have a nice day, evening, or maybe you are going to bed, but I'm going to fix my dinner and spend a little time with my hubby. And I hope you enjoyed it, and I loved it that you were here with me. Thank you very much, everybody. Bye bye.